Welcome to Math Cafe. Enjoy math sip by sip. In this part, we are going to see derivative of different types of functions, or precisely, we will be starting from where we stopped in 11th standard, and the first one is the chain rule or function of function rule. Before we go into the actual topic, we'll try to recall the fundamental formulae we have learned from the 11th standard. You must be learned the first formula as d by dx of x to the power n, and that is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. That is the first algebraic formula you have learned. Now, whatever you learn, I will be just elaborating on this identity. What is that actual meaning? See, what you need to understand that this expression is a power form. The base is a variable and the power is a number. So whenever the power is a number, you apply this formula. This formula means if you need to find derivative of x to the power 10. How do you remember that? Push it down and take 1 away from that. 10 x to the power 10 minus 1 is 9. That is what the identity means. First identity, derivative of x to the power n, that's equal to n x to the power n minus 1. And you need to remember the special cases as, first of all, d by dx of any constant. Constant means a term which is free from x is always 0. d by dx of x is clearly it is 1, and you know very well, that's very good. And d by dx of x square, that also you know that, push it down and take 1 away, 2x. Differentiation means always stands for d, and d stands for decreasing, and you always take 1 away from that. So x to the power 10, 10x to the power 9. And similarly, some more specific forms you need to remember, like d by dx of 1 by x. What will be d by dx of 1 by x? This means d by dx of 1 by x. How do we find? So 1 by x means, as you know, it is x to the power minus 1. So this will become negative x to the power minus 2. Or you should remember negative 1 by x square. You have to memorize as derivative of 1 by x is equal to negative 1 by x square. Similarly, derivative of root x will be, this is x to the power half. So it will be half into x to the power 1 minus half, negative half, or it is 1 by 2 root x. All these specific forms and special forms you must remember. And all these questions to do, you need to remember the basic properties what you have learned from lower classes, like a law of indices, like this way. X to the power minus a means 1 by x to the power a, and nth root of x will be x to the power 1 by n, and nth root of x to the power m means x to the power m by n. This is the one you require specially for the beginning of these questions, all the indices formulae. Now these are the formulae you need to keep in mind. Basically, derivative of a constant 0, derivative of x is 1, derivative x square is 2x, and all these formulae you need to memorize. And remember, this is the form is variable raised to a constant. That is what the main thing you need to remember, variable raised to constant. Now second type, the trigonometry functions. I know that you must be remembering very well. So derivative of sin x cos x is minus sin x, and tan x sec square x, and sec x tan x, and cosec x cot x. If you see in here, I have highlighted the co. The co means any function whichever is starting with the co, you will have always a negative sign. So derivative of cot x is negative cosec square x, and derivative of cos x, it is negative sin x. Now let us see some other fundamental principles. Derivative of a constant into function, that will be equal to k into derivative of the function whenever k is a constant, and derivative of a sum of two functions or difference of two functions means it is the difference of the derivatives or addition of the derivatives. Then we have the main one, the product rule. Derivative of function f of x into g of x means first function into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. You can perform this operation any order, no restrictions. If you consider u and v are functions of x, suppose u is a function of x and v also a function of x, then in short you can say u v dash plus v u dash. That's easy to remember. That is the product rule. And if you go for the quotient rule, u by v, again u and v are functions of x, then you will get v u dash minus u v dash by v square. And if you observe here, see, starting with this v where you stopped, so v and end also v dash, and here also v, and if we join all this, it will become a v. v u dash minus u v dash by v square. These are the fundamentals we have learned in 11th standard. Now we'll go for the actual topic of the 12th standard, chain rule or function of function rule. You need to differentiate, say, sine of x square plus 1. How do we differentiate the sine of x square plus 1? There comes this chain rule or function of function rule. Now in all these functions, you have to recall a fundamental fact. Every function whose variable part is x, that's what we have learned. Whenever you learn the derivative, variable part is always an x. For example, x to the power n or sin x, cos x, tan x, anything you take, the variable part is always an x. Once you realize that fact, this differentiation will become very simple. That's the fundamental idea. Then, as you see, you need to differentiate sine of x square plus 1. There are a lot of theories there. I'm going with a simple idea which everybody can follow easily. Say this function, you take it as, say, let y is equal to that, and then we'll write dy by dx is equal to, you need to differentiate sine of x square plus 1. Now when you differentiate, for the time being, you just assume this as a symbol x. If it is sin x, what is the derivative? You know that it is cos. And then as you have seen, whenever you differentiate, this variable part or the angle part will never get changed. That's the fundamental facts you need to remember. Whenever you are differentiating, the function gets changed, not the variable part. This angle will never get changed. Now, the second step is that since this not is an x, as this angle part is not an x, you keep differentiating that expression again. So cos x square plus 1 into 2x. Now think like this way. Why am I doing this particular step? Since this variable part is not an x, I just assumed that it is an x and differentiated. So I need to differentiate it again. You got the answer. Simple thing. Cos x square plus 1 2x. If you go with the NCERT way or the textbook way, there will be so many assumption and substitution. It will become more complex. Simple thing, in any formulae, your variable part must be an x. Whenever it is not an x, you keep differentiating again that expression, you will get the answer. Let us see another example. Say we need to differentiate cos of sin x. Same way we'll start, y is equal to cos of sin x. dy by dx means it is d by dx of cos of sin x. Again, immediately assume that this is just cos x. If it is cos, you know the derivative. As it start with the co, the answer is going to be negative sine of whatever angle comes will never change. Simple thing, you assume whenever it is trigonometric function comes, the angle in simple thing you consider in our traditional Indian way, it is an angle. You are not supposed to poke at the angles. So angle or the angle keep remain the same. It will never change. Now come back. As this is not an x, I need to differentiate that expression again. d by dx of sin x. Negative sine of sin x into, what is derivative of sin x? Cos x. You have done that. That is what is the chain rule. Let us go to third x. See, we need to differentiate x square plus 1 whole to the power 10. So we'll say it is y is equal to x square plus 1 whole to the power 10. This means again we will assume it as like something raised to 10. Always the power will be given the priority, and powerful person, you know that the leader, you need to follow the leaders, give the priority to the power. So this is like an x to the power 10. We are differentiating. That will become d by dx of x square plus 1 to the power 10. As the power has the priority, we'll go with the comparison with x to the power n. Push it down. Take 1 away. Again, if you observe, whenever I am differentiating x to the power n, see this x never gets changed. Only the power is changing, and that become what? N x to the power n minus 1. See, the x remain the same, x never changes. That is why 10 into x square plus 1 raised to 9. And here if you observe, we have assumed this as just x square plus 1 as an x, and we done. So into d by dx of x square plus 1. We have treated as x square plus 1 as a single x. That is why we applied the formula x to the power n into x raised to n minus 1. Push it down, take 1 away. And as this expression is not an x, you differentiate one more time. That will give you 10 into x square plus 1 to the power 9 into 2x. Or you can write this as 20x into x square plus 1 whole to the power 9. That is what is your answer. Let us see the next example. Say cos root x. Again here also say y is equal to cos root x and dy by dx will be what? We are differentiating the function cosine function, and you know the derivative of cosine function is what? Negative sign as it start with co into derivative of root x. That will become minus sine root x into 1 by 2 root x. That will be the answer. Now if it is an MCQ question, you don't want to write anything straight away, you can visualize cos root x means what? Minus sine root x. Differentiate root x again, 1 by 2 root x, 5 seconds, you got the answer. This only for you to understand how the method works. If it is a 1 mark or MCQ, straight away you can write. Let us see the next example. Say y is equal root of sine root x and you need to find the derivative. This will be root of sine root x. How do you find the derivative of this expression? Basically, this is going to be in the form of first root x. So it is always outside and inside. Whichever is coming outside, that is what we need to take always in the beginning. Then we'll go for the inner one. Root x, and hope you remember, derivative of this root x is, we have already learned, it is 1 by 2 root x. Now again if you see under the root, this is not x. I have to differentiate it again. D by dx of this sine root x will come. Now that will become what? 1 by 2 root sine root x into. What is derivative of sine function? Cosine of the same angle. And if you observe, see, this angle is not x, this is another function. One more time, the chain, that will become into d by dx of this angle root x. That means this is cos root x whole divided by 2 times root of sine root x into derivative of root x is, we know it is 1 by 2 root x. Finally, this will become cos root x, 2 into 2, 4, and under the root x into sine root x sine root x. That is what is our final answer. Suppose if the same question comes for an MCQ, straight away we can write 1 by 2 root sine root x, then into derivative sine will be cos root x, again root x means what? 1 by 2 root x. That is the answer. 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you got the answer. Let us see the next question. We need to find the derivative of sine square x. This we can written as dy by dx is equal to d by dx. Remember I said power percent. Power is always will give the priority. Sine square x, even though this is sine square x, you always keep writing or visualize as whole square, then it will be very easy. Now this is like a power, push it down, take 1 away from that. So 2 minus 1 is 1 into, as this is not an x, we need to differentiate again sin x, derivative of sin x again. So 2 sin x into cos x. So 2 sin x cos x, or if you use the formula, that will become what? Sin 2x. Again, if you know the formula, one step only, just 2 sin x into derivative sin x is cos x. You got the answer within seconds. Let us see the next example. Cos x cube into sin square x raised to 5. And here we have to use one variable term cos x cube and one more variable term. Usually you count the number of x's. In the question there is one x and one more x. It is clearly a product. We need to use the product rule, that is uv dash plus vu dash. Cos x cube into, we need to find the derivative of sin square x raised to 5. I'm just writing little more detail to make it clear for everyone. Sin x raised to 5 whole square, and this we need to differentiate. So I'm putting a dash to indicate we are differentiate. See, I have rewritten as sin x raised to 5 whole square and its derivative plus sin square x to the power 5 into, we need to differentiate cos x cube, putting dash. This step is not necessary. It is up to you. If you can write directly, you write and finish it. Cos x cube. Again, this is powerful person. The most important one, push it down. So 2 sin x to the power 5 raised to 1. And as this is not an x, so we need to differentiate it again. Derivative of sin x to the power 5 plus, we have here sine square x raised to 5 into what is derivative of cos x cube? Cos means minus sine x cube into derivative of x cube is what? 3x square. Again we'll continue. See this 2 I am writing first, 2 cos x cube into, so this is sine x to the power 5 into derivative of sine x will be what? Cos x to the power 5, and again x to the power 5 we need to differentiate, that will become what? 5 x to the power 4 minus 3x square sine square x to the power 5 into sine x cube. That is what is the final answer. This we can further simplify. Simplification I am leaving. The method is that you need to apply product rule and chain rule in succession. Next question is sin ax plus b by cos of cx plus d. How do we differentiate? See, dy by dx is equal to u by v, and remember the formula vu dash minus uv dash by v square. V is cos of cx plus d into sin of ax plus b, its derivative. I'm just writing an additional step. If you want you can skip that. Sin ax plus b into cos of cx plus d and its derivative, and whole divided by what? Cos cx plus d the whole square. Now differentiate it. This is cos cx plus d, same thing, no change. We are not differentiating that, into derivative sine will be what? Cos of ax plus b into what will be this angle here? It's not an x, so we differentiate again, we'll get an a minus sine ax plus b into derivative of cos will be negative sine cx plus d into c whole divided by what? Cos square cx plus d. You can just rewrite minus into minus will become plus, that will be the answer. And these things are just to understand the process. Hardly you will get any question directly like this, but you need to understand the process and procedure. Say one more question, y is equal to x square into sine 1 by x. I'm directly writing this time. So dy by dx equal to x square into derivative of first function cosine of 1 by x into what is derivative 1 by x? Negative 1 by x square, correct? First function into derivative second, as it is not an x we are differentiating again, so minus 1 by x square plus sine 1 by x into what is derivative x square? 2x. So that is what is our answer. So you can just simplify this, both x squares get cancelled, so negative cos 1 by x plus 2x into sine 1 by x. That is the final answer. These are some of the results we using in this section. Please learn all the formulae very well, then it will be easy for you the set of formulae. Thank you for watching Math Cafe. Hope you enjoy the session. Please like, share and subscribe. And next video we will be discussing the derivative of implicit functions. Thank you.